Good morning, my beautiful, beautiful fucking people. Gosh damn, it is Friday. Friday. So let's get this shit popping, alright? This is your boy Satoshi motherfucking Heavy in here with another dose of crypto right for you. Let's get this shit rolling in 3, 2. I got nothing set up, but I don't give a shit. Let's just get this rolling. Fuck this shit. Fucking price action has been AIDS the past fucking few days. Gosh damn. Unless you're playing alts, fucking Bitcoin has been AIDS. ETH has been pretty cool. ETH BTC has been really cool. I didn't trade ETH USD, unfortunately. Wish I did. It's all good though. So 3, 2, 1, and transition. Okay, don't transition. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and transition. There we go. Bang bang. So what is up since the last time we have talked? What was that like? Say is the 7th? Something about here. And I essentially stated that, you know, as long as we consolidated over 9.6, or the pivot low essentially of this area here, we'll have a very high chance of continuation to the upside. Let me pop up in my chat box real quick. I don't know if anybody's here this morning. It is very, very early. Well, not very early. What up, Chelsea? How are you doing this morning? It's a beautiful morning. Hope you're feeling the vibe. I'm feeling the vibe. Let me get... I forgot to post this link in my other group. So, hold on. Not my other group, but the other groups I participate in. Give me a sec. Give me a second, and I'll get this thing going. Hope you feel... I love this music, by the way. This music right now is fucking beautiful. Okay. I think I want to start doing these early morning sessions, but earlier. I can't do them like this all the time. I'm technically running late for my day, but I don't give a shit. Okay, give me post it there. Let's go. Alright. I think I posted everywhere I needed to post it to. Weird. People ask me weird ass questions. Anyways, let's just continue. Again, we're gonna be talking about intraday actions today. Essentially the same stuff as previously. My entire wave count is bearish on the highest degree. It is bearish, but that doesn't mean we can't see 10.6k. All this means is that this move here is the final move of this entire wave structure from this low. That's all that means when I say bearish. That's all I mean. That's all I mean. So how do we understand or get the best opportunity to figure out what is going to happen in this entire structure? Are we going to hit 10k, 10.8k? Are we going to stay here and find this top today and break lower? How do we figure that out? Well, I use Elliott wave and a few other principles to help me understand where price can go and has the most likely chance of going. So let me get rid of all this stuff. This is not really important. So essentially, what's this? As long as we consolidate over 10.6, which is this pivot right here, and there's a reason why this pivot is so important to me, and it's based on a little rule, a little style of analysis I do called value range theory that states when divergence has a chance of being true and when it has a chance of being false. I guarantee you there's a divergence seen between here, this low, and that high. And value range theory states once divergence is seen, your X pivot must be broken. If it is not broken, in less time and complexity, the chances of a continuation, chances of that divergence being seen if true is very false. So what happened here? We have this move here, X pivot here. You see this breakdown did not hit X at all. Did not hit X at all. It did not break below it at all. Did not consolidate at all. Did not move against it in less complexity at all. So we have to assume that Bitcoin has a higher chance of going up than down based on this idea. It's solely based on this idea. And not only that, our wave structure can also suggest this as well, being that this internal first move to the break to the upside is some subwave 1 of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extension in wave 5 of A here. And the way we're going to figure out, time aspects for this little move here, because we don't really have anything to gauge, how long sideways can we go and still consider it bullish to a continuation to upside? Because there has to be some limitations to that idea. There has to be. If you don't give yourself limitations to an idea, you're just going to be sitting and waiting, and it might never come. Or you might miss another type of move because you don't have any limitations to that idea. So we use limitations based on time and price, and since we don't really have anything engaged, of this besides a 1-to-1 of this, which let's do that real quick, because we know that in an impulse, your correction must at least take a 1-to-1, within a 1/3 of a 1-to-1 of one of that time aspect you're studying. I know that sounds kind of complex. It kind of is, but it's not really. All that means is that you're studying the time of the first wave, which is wave 1, and you find the 1-to-1, which is here labeled this white line. And if you make a logical low in that time aspect, it could be seen as a logical correction to that initial impulse that you're seeing and studying. And so I throw out these little barriers here on both sides that give us, because some people will be 100% strict on this number here, this one level here at the 1-to-1. I'm not. Trust me, it's not like that. It's a zone. It's a zone, and you have acceptable deviation to either side of it, being 1/3 of a deviation of the 1-to-1. So you notice here that we hit a very, very logical low in the time we'd expect to hit a low if this is indeed going to be a wave 1, 2, break up to 3, 4, and 5. We'd hit that 100%. We shouldn't assume this is bearish because of this. We can't assume that. I can't assume that. I actually picked up a small long here. But you got to be very, very careful. As soon as we break this low here, and if we do it, say, since this high, since we broke this high right here, since we broke that high, this can break that move down. And if it does break this entire move from here to here, and less time and complexity, then this has a high chance of being a reversal. And how we have to look for to understand that we are wrong, that this is not going to go up one more time, like this, to this high. Again, I'm not too sure if we get to 10.6. 10K looks almost inevitable at this point, so it's kind of hard for me to say we don't hit that. But let me tell you what we would look for if we're to fail and invalidate this idea. It'll be exactly this. If this high here, since we broke that high, we have now made a logical low and we broke a high, so we have now completed the only aspect we need to assume a continuation to the upside based on value range theory. So based on this, we can now study this entire range again, since we broke a new high and we're still somewhat ranging. Thus, if we break this move down and break that pivot right there in less time and complexity with this move, and then consolidate underneath it with some bearish, flat pattern, then we have to assume downside. Okay? All right, that's essentially it for Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. It's very straightforward basically for this. You know, watch these levels. Watch this pivot right here is very important. Like I said, very important. It's 9611, 96 to 9670 ish. The high now, if we break down that pivot in less time and complexity and with volume, look for a reversal. But as long as we sustain this level and not make new lows, we should have a chance of upside. By the way, since actually no, I'm not going to say that because wave 2 is going to extend further than that. So let me find one more limitation to our idea to decide, being the subwave structure of wave 3 here. Hold on, give me a second. What's up, Kaz? What up, Trader Kaz? He's a stud, by the way. If you're not giving him, if you don't follow him, or if you haven't been following him, please do follow him. He is a stud. So all I'm doing here is judging the time of the substructure of wave 3, which, in my opinion, was this. And you notice that both 2 and 4 mimic each other in time. And thus, if we are going to make a double extension in both wave 3 and 5, the subwave structure of 5 should mimic the subwave structure of 3. And thus, using this knowledge, we can assume logical lows to be made in certain time aspects. And so let's move this over, because we have now found the time aspect of a 2 here, and it works very well for that 4 there. So now let's move it over here. Let's delete. I already did that. Let's delete this though. Throw out that high, which is an assumed high of 1. And now we have given us a logical max amount of time to assume this could go sideways. So what does this mean for me? We can move sideways, and we can break this low as long as it doesn't happen less complexity up until this point. So if we do this, break down, come up, and break down again, I'm bearish as fuck. I'm bearish. I'm 100% bearish. If we do this, boom, come up, like that, I'm bullish. As long as we hold that low. Breaking that low after, if we come here, break this low, into this zone here, which is the time after we're starting for the subwave structure of this structure, if it is indeed going to be an extension, this is the max amount of time we could assume. And so if time falls out of that zone, we have to assume this is invalidated too. Or if, price comes low like this, the chances of this coming up and coming down one more time in the time needed is very, very slim. So this next low, if it's going to happen, will have to be the low for wave 2. We'll have to. Okay? That's essentially it for Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to go up at today. I think this has a chance for one more test of this low here. This structure here was like a 3-wave move, 3-wave move, another 3. I'll probably add to my position here if we get there. I'm only in 30% of what I normally trade with, so I will add to that. My stop is here. I'm not gonna tell you exact numbers, but it's below this low here. Okay. Kind of scary here though. It could be here, still be logical, right in this zone. You pick, you choose, depending on your type of trading. Don't go all in on this. don't go on all of this. Remember, study this. Understand how price action works. Where price action can go based on the pivots it hits in a certain time it hits it in. Okay? ETHUSD. I don't know why all my stuff went away. All my drawings went away from ETHUSD. Well, we hit our final target of 225. I really didn't think we were going to break, was it 202? Hold on. Okay. ETH looks so strong. Not gonna lie. And one has to ask ourselves, you know, if Bitcoin does move or move up, what happens to the rest of alts? Do they go? Does Ethereum suffer, or does it still like crawl up like this? You know, just because it's a final wave of an impulse doesn't mean it has to end soon. It just means that wave is the final wave. Wave 3 was already extended of wave 1, so wave 5 could extend as far as it wants to, with some limitations, obviously. Typically, you look for a 1-to-1 to a 1.236, followed by a 1.618 of that 3, to 4, to 1. So this. We're hitting that algo I just mentioned, to 1.236, 1.382. The next zone would be 250. Which lines up here, which actually does not. That'll be your next zone of interest. Let's get rid of these. Holy crap. Screaming. We got 94 RSI on ETH. Let's just listen to it. I want to look at something real quick. Wow, what a great chart. Just wish I would have trusted it more. All I want to do here is study this 4-hour RSI. Honestly, shorting this, you know, wouldn't be a bad idea based on just how high the RSI is. You know, the worst that'll happen. Again, I really don't think we'll moon today. I don't think so. Just the way Bitcoin looks like we're at least due for some sideways consolidation for at least a day. So maybe shorting this won't be a horrible idea. I mean, it's never a horrible idea as long as you have a logical reason to do it and a very good risk management system. But based on RSI being so high, you know, we're hitting good resistance zone. At a tail end of a 5th wave, possibly. Although this could be what you have to watch out for is this is a 1, 2, this is 3, consolidation 4, and 5. Just don't go all in, and if we consolidate sideways, and if RSI is able to drop like that, below that high there, that's hidden bullish divergence that you have to respect. So like what I'm watching here is, on this aspect where it failed, if you got a high RSI, but then you had you had a sell-off, but then RSI dipped really low, RSI didn't, RSI dipped lower than that pivot here, giving that hidden bullish divergence from there to there. and you have to respect that. If that high peak's gonna be the high peak, you get a sell-off very similar to that. You know, those very high sell-offs here, like that. You get those sell-offs there. Okay. Man, what a great chart. That was a great chart. Very great. Great chart here. My primary is bearish though, it looks like is this. Ooh. A, B, C. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The way Bitcoin looks, I would want to say, I would assume, like the way Bitcoin looks in a high time frame, I would assume that this would be wrong, and this would do this. Prove me wrong though, you know. If this ends up coming down and breaking that pivot and less complexity, I'll be one to say this continues to the downside like that and finishes off this pattern. A, B, C. Okay? Alright, so let me get to... ETH BTC. I appreciate you, bro. Okay, again, from this point, I said we didn't want to sell until we hit our upper target, and I think we're going to get that. So just keep holding. We were buyers down here. Fucking great play. Just keep holding. Honestly, I really want to. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna wait till this level here is broken. At 217. If 217 is broken, I'll go ahead and enter a short, place my stop at the high at 225, and we'll see what happens from there. But if we just do this, then we'll, you know, just consolidate over, then we're just gonna go up again. Okay? Okay, ETH BTC. Same thing with ETH BTC. I'm not willing to short this. We're long from down here, so just once I let go of my ETH BTC is when I short ETH USD, I guess. But if you have it, if you're not in a long, you know, shorting ETH USD is not a horrible idea based on levels and how far we've come up from a, you know, it's been essentially the tail end of a big old bull, quote unquote, run. So I'd be very interested in shorting ETH BTC at this high here, which in a sense would be like a shorting of ETH USD. So this one fooled me a bit. ETH, Litecoin USD. I really thought we weren't going to break over this high, but remember what I said is that if we broke over this level and if we're over it, we have to assume upside at least to the other highs, which exactly that has happened. So now what is up with Litecoin? Litecoin looks like a gigantic wedge. X pivot's right here, still essentially where it's at. So we got this giant range of divergence here, which is essentially a wedge. So our pivots are here and here. So in order for this divergence we're seeing here to be true, we need Litecoin to break underneath this zone like that. from this high. If we don't do that, then we're just gonna do. If we do this, break down and consolidate over it, then we're just gonna go up again. Break that zone, especially if we break that one right there. If we break them both, you know, that's a very high signal to sell, at least to that pivot there. And if Litecoin does this, I'm going to go ahead and go bearish on ETH USD as well. If Litecoin does this, okay. And then I'll see what happens to BTC at that point. It's left in the air at that point. There's still like a giant B wave. A, B, C. Although it has now eclipsed the max amount of extension, so maybe not. It is possible that this is an ABC in itself, we're just not seeing. A, B, C. But this structure here looks like a wave 1, a 2, and then a start of a larger impulse. I'm not going to be bearish on land unless we get back in range at 0.316 essentially, whatever the hell 316 is. As long as land stays above that 316 level, this area right here essentially, I have to assume this has a high chance of being an upside move. Just because how we've broken out of this range to the downside. From this move to this move, it looks very impulsive. That looks like a corrective flat. And that has, since the flat has ended and concluded, we have since then moved up. And so I have to just assume, you know, this has a high chance of being, holy shit. No, I know, Mr. Happy, how about, DM me, bro. DM me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter, Mr. Happy, okay? Okay, I have not forgot that. I still remember about that. I just need to, what I need to do is I need to go back to that tweet, figure out all the people who like the tweet, then go to a generator, place all your names in a generator, and then go back to my YouTube, find out who follows me, place their names again in a generator, and then publish the prize or whatever, the giveaway. Okay? Alright guys, that's essentially it. We would normally go for a little bit longer, but again, I told you this today was going to be a little shorter until a few less things. I'll go ahead and schedule the Forex session for later tonight. It'll be a very quiet session because Forex is closed over the weekend. So maybe I'll just do it on Sunday still. Maybe I'll just not do Forex. Or just take a look at it real quick. Quick look. Very quick look. Very quick look. Very quick look. Very quick look. DXY was a good play. Good play on DXY. Very interested in shorting DXY. Invalid over to this 98.93. This is a very good short in my opinion. In a zone of resistance on RSI. Also hitting a zone of resistance on PA. Good zone. Good. Blue is crossed over. Cross under. That's a sign that you could enter short safely. Not safely, but more safely. This has now entered our optimal buy zone. Remember I said we weren't wanting to fucking buy this. We're wanting to short this one more time to the low. Congratulations, we got that low. Short bid. I did not. My short was right there. I did not get picked up. So it is what it is. I'm now interested in longing NZD USD. So especially with the fact that DXY looks kind of bearish. Just be mindful of valid range theory. You got 0, we got 1, we got 2. X is here. So in order for this divergence we're seeing here to be true, we need to break over and consolidate over that level here. If we fail to break over this level and consolidate over that level, like that, if we do this, reject it, consolidate like that, get out of this position and assume one more move to the downside. Okay? Follow valid range theory rules. 0, 1, 2, X. Break over, consolidate over, move to the upside. That's reversal. 101 logic. Bang, bang. This kind of looks like a 5-wave impulse, so be very cautious on shorting this, because this could do this. And be like in a weird A, B, C. I'm still bearish on gold until that high is taken out, but I'm not necessarily wanting to short everything now, just because we've been moving so sideways for so long. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to. I feel like if this was gonna move to the downside or be impulsively moved to the downside, we should have already done that already. So I'm kind of at this point kind of watching it. Break below this level here, and I'm bearish again. Break above this, and break above this, and I'm bullish. But break above this, and I'll start leaning bullish until this level is broken. All right. No real change on gold. Same thing with gold and Bitcoin. I do believe gold's in the final leg of some sort of impulse. It's just figuring out was this move up gonna be the final leg of that final leg, or are we gonna have a substructure of that final leg and extend? So same idea with Bitcoin and gold. All right. I think GPT USD. Okay, GPT USD has sort of played into what we thought. Our initial buy zone was here. Don't know if we're going to get that. I said at this point we had a chance of breaking to the upside. Did not happen. We ended up making a flat and breaking lower to the lower side. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm very interested in buying this low if this happens. Because that'll be an A, B, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a really good buying opportunity right there, based on wave structure and the fact that this could be a lot. Well, based on wave structure. So very interested, especially if that low breaks this low. If that low breaks this low, I'll be very interested in buying. Interested in buying GPT USD under 1.29. Okay. All right. And my fault. Oh yeah, I gotta talk about the one we missed. We lost on this one. I thought this was gonna be a buyback. It never was a buyback. So 0, 1, 2, X. We broke X, but we could not consolidate over the 618 retrace of this move here, and that's your sign to get out, and that this was probably false. So as soon as this level is broken, that's when you right here. That's when he knew that this was gonna come even lower. That's what he knew. Based on valid range theory, 0, 1, 2, X. X was attacked. Was it broken over and consolidated over? No. Was it tapped? Yes. Did we hold the 618 retrace? No. Then it's not reversal. All right. I will not get all these charts up. I don't have enough time. Just understand what my implications are. And here's USD NOK. I'm still bearish on this pair. We got a kick-ass sell signal on a 10-hour. I'm very interested in shorting USD NOK over these highs. Very, very interested. So be mindful. Break below 9.1, and I am bearish on USD NOK. Okay? Anyways, thank you all for joining on this morning session. I think I'm going to want to start doing these morning sessions a little bit more often. I'll probably start scheduling them for Thursday. I'll have Tuesday our late night sesh, and I'll have Thursday our morning session. So we have a little bit of mix and match because I know not all the people on our group can get on the late night session, so maybe they can get on the morning session. And I will move the morning session from 8 a.m. to 6 a.m. Okay? All right. So with that, everybody, if you found this insightful, took something from this, took a play from last week's update or last update, hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment in the comment section once the upload is made in about an hour. And I greatly appreciate that. It helps the YouTube algorithm help me moved to the top in the search brick. So I appreciate all the help I can get in, you know, making and building my brand. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody have a great fucking day. Catch the upload in about an hour. Just go. All you have to do to catch the upload is go to my YouTube channel, go to my videos, and it should be the most recent. Click on it, and that should be it. Okay. The uploads are automatically done every time after 1 hour, depending on how long the schedule is, but usually it takes about an hour. Okay. So catch that if you haven't caught the entire thing today. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Everybody have a great fucking day. Let's finish off this work week strong. Although we know that in crypto, money don't sleep. So for us crypto folks, you know, we still going to get to our money made this weekend. Let's just hope our plays are on the right side of the trade. And we'll see where it goes from there. So with that, y'all have a great day. Catch me again, your boy Satoshi motherfucking Heavy, with another dose of crypto on Sunday. And we'll get it popping at the same time as usual, which is about 10 to 11 a.m. Catch me then. Peace the fuck out.